everybody. Welcome to Waverly Summer 98, our bubblegum shoe campaign of teen detectives, 90s nostalgia, supernatural fae weirdness, and sheer complete chaos. Welcome back. So with that, I would like to go around and have our players introduce themselves and who they're playing tonight, and we will start with Ren. Ren?
I was still messing with the tech. Sorry.
Sorry.
Every time.
Okay.
Every time I screw this up. Hi, I'm Ren. I'm doing the background stuff, so I'm always distraction for the first 45 seconds. It's fine. I am Atomic Firebird on the Twitter land. I play Cory, the jock archetype. Totally fun guy. Yeah.
And Michelle.
Best guy.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I play Darcy, who's a gearhead and somehow, I guess, the group mom or something. I don't know how that happened. Anyway,
It was meant to be.
we both use she, her pronouns.
And to KP.
Hi everybody, I'm KP of KP Alone Photos, and I play Arwind, also he, him. He's a photog / journalist background kind of a person, and also a little bit of a scaredy cat in the last few episodes, so there you go.
And Wasa.
Hey guys, Wasa here. Use they, them pronouns, as does Basil, the character that I'm playing, who is the new kid. Yeah.
And finally, Austin.
Hey everybody, I'm Austin. I'll be playing Leon. Both of us, our pronouns are he, him, and Leon is the pop culture comic junkie.
And
Best
I am
kind.
Sarah. I'm the GM. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing everybody else in the game. And yeah, so last time a big, massive storm came to town, thunderstorm of somewhat epic Midwest proportions showed up, during which Leon, point blank, straight up asked the Principal Santiago if she was a fae. She dodged the question as best she / I could, and a few other incidents similar occurred as well, through some continued chaos antics. The Cory, Leon, and Arwind have all ended up at Leon's parents' shop during the storm. Leon's parents are very, very understanding of everything that's going on right now. And Basil and Darcy are hanging out at Basil's farm. I believe we ended the last session with kind of everybody kind of words. Wow.
Falling asleep.
Thank you. Sorry to the audience. I'm in the process of moving and packing up my entire life into boxes, so brain just doesn't really exist at the moment. I'm trying. But yes, everybody falling asleep, because that's what you do at the end of the day.
I think actually I ended up with shaking Leon out of sheer frustration. That's what I remember last doing, was just like utterly like shaking him. But yes.
Absolutely. Also of important note is a couple episodes ago when Basil and Darcy went to go give apology pie to Morgana for trespassing and playing Marker in the Dark in her yard. Through the quick and clever use of a dropped apple, Basil got a good glimpse at some documents that had been floating around in an office in the farmhouse, one of which said the Fae Accords in like really fancy script on them. And so we will kind of pick up the next morning. Storm itself is still happening. It's calmed down to just rain at this point, and nothing is driving as torrential as it had the day before. It's just kind of a rainstorm more than anything. People are starting to you see people kind of coming out of the their homes and just, umbrellas, kind of just, I'm gonna deal with the rain and get on with my life kind of a thing. So I believe nobody kind of split up and went back to their houses, so we still have those two groups of folks people stayed over in Leon's shop overnight, where there's plenty of Capri Sun and high C ecto cooler in the basement, and also at the farmhouse, or Basil's farmhouse specifically. There's two.
Yeah, not the haunted farmhouse.
Let's specify. Let us specify that here. And so we kind of zoom in, and I'd like to pick up at with Basil and Darcy.
Cool. It's the morning, and Basil is a morning person and has been doing the farm stuff, but after that has probably helped their mum make breakfast, which is like kind of ish like some philo stuff. So there's like some fried rice, there's some egg, there is like bacon and sausages and stuff like that. It is like far too much for 3 individuals, but it doesn't look like that's a strange thing. And Basil will, I guess, to try to make Darcy feel better, be like make like a couple of Milo dinosaurs. And that's sort of like, have you ever had like Milo? It's like Nesquik or like that chocolate stuff, and it's like milk, ice, and it's like you get like a little mountain of like Milo on top, sort of thing.
Ooh, Milo! I actually have a box of it at home right now. So, sorry.
Milo dinosaurs are the all-time best, and bam, you have Milo dinosaurs made by Basil. Just like slide it over.
Okay, I've never had this. And so when she tries it, what does it taste like?
It's like, it's not like it's sweet, but it's not like a really strong like chocolatey taste because it's like malt.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Ovaltine, but
better.
I guess it probably had. Yeah, I bias Wasa says that Milo is better than Ovaltine. Sorry for the Ovaltine fans. But it's like Ovaltine.
Darcy's going to enjoy this, and she's going to be like, "Are you sure I can't help around the farm and stuff? Like,
That's all good. It's all good. You're our guest, and farm stuff's like most of the stuff's done. Mum's just doing a couple more things, but playing host here. Here's breakfast. Here's a Milo dinosaur. They are the best.
I love.
Yeah, this is good. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
No worries. I have like 5 cans of Milo here. It's like the only thing I brought back from Australia. If you ever want a can, I got one.
I can see why you brought 5.
Yeah. It's a bit weird going through customs and then we're like, why do you have this? I'm like, why don't I? But you know.
Court. Yeah, didn't mean to like yell at you last night. I mean,
You know, there was a storm, all of this stuff is happening. I can understand. It's not a problem. Like, sometimes you need to let something out. And we're here to listen. I'm here to listen. And we just, I guess, I just want to make known that I'm your friend. And I'm here to listen.
thank you, Basil.
No worries.
So the thing with Susan is like we were childhood friends and stuff, and then her dad got elected, and then she moved, and then all of a sudden I just didn't exist to her anymore. And she was my best friend for like since kindergarten, and then right before high school comes along, I just don't exist anymore. And I guess that hurt a lot more than I wanted to let on. And maybe part of me is like, maybe I don't know how to be a good friend, or I don't, but thank you, Basil. I'm glad we're friends.
Me too. Take it from the new kid. Been here for a little bit, and you guys are really good friends. You can kind of tell, I guess, being like the flavor kid every now and then, and you guys are pretty solid, so I understand.
So do you need to ride anywhere or?
Yeah, my bike's still pretty rough.
Oh, you need me to fix it?
That would be awesome.
Oh, okay.
But I did speak to Leon and everyone, and we said to meet up at Nina's.
Okay.
After the storm and everything, so we could just go there as well. They're at the shop,
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah, after Cory's got school, right? So after school, yeah, we'll meet up there. Okay, well, okay, show me your bike. I can fix your bike. Let's okay. That I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. So Basil's gonna take you to the garage, and this bike looks like. Well, Basil's like, yeah, it kind of works. I kind of rode it back home. You're kind of like, why did you? Because it's janky.
Oh,
like
wait.
You're like, that frame should not look that way. Be like,
okay, no, this will not. What do you have here? Oh no, okay, this will not. No, there's no way I can let you ride this again. So if you can come with me, pick up a couple of things, go back to, well, technically it's Grandpa's garage, but it's kind of like also my shop because I got like extra bicycle things because that's part of what I do. I make some money on the side. I have a good, people like the way I fix their bikes and stuff and or change oil. And if you need any of that stuff done, I can do that too. Yeah, let's do that. I know how to fix your bike. Yeah.
Awesome.
There we go.
Sick. Let's do it.
Yes.
And that's what we will do.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So while breakfast and Milo dinosaurs and bike assessments are going on, we flip over to Leon's parents' shop. Kuma's Curiosity is where you all there was a room in the basement where everybody kind of hung out until the storm was over. And what does your morning look like, the three of you?
Leon's sleeping, and he has a little note in his sleeping bag that says, "Remind Cory it's a school day. Do not wake me up."
Arwind is just waking up, or he's been. What time around is it right now? Actually,
I'd say it's probably around 9-ish.
Oh, Arwind's been awake probably for at least about an hour and a half, 2 hours. He's the type that kind of wakes up early just because of the expectations he has at home. So he tends to help around in the house, at the shop. So he's woken up pretty early. With that being said, he's probably already ready. Like he probably took he doesn't have any of his stuff, so he probably wouldn't be able to do any of that, huh? Kind of just booked it over. Yeah,
there's also not a shower. You guys also aren't at Leon's house. You're at the shop. You're in the basement of the, metaphysical supply shop place. So there's food and there's like a microwave, but there's not a full kitchen. And there's a bathroom, obviously, but there's not like full on shower.
And I didn't bring anything. I think I only brought brush kit for me and Cory, and that's it. And so
you brought a toothbrush.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna first thing that Arwind does is he's gonna brush his teeth, and because he has nothing better to do, he's until it's time for taking Cory or waking him up for his school day. I think summer school, right? Yeah, summer school. Mm-hmm. He's probably gonna go just peruse the shop because I don't think he's ever actually like stayed there by himself. It's more of just came with Leon to check, just meet the parents or something, and that was it. But nothing to like actually just sit and check things out. So he's gonna like look through. I think if it's possible, if it's still out, maybe some of the books that Leon's mom was looking at, he probably was gonna like look through those.
Yeah, she's put some of the books away, mostly so that because at the end of last episode, like they just kept multiplying as she kept finding more. So she's put a few of them away, either because they weren't useful or just to sort of get them out of the way so people didn't trip on them in the night or anything. But there's still a handful because she and Leon's dad stayed up a little bit later than you all did, or you all went to do like teenage sleepover hangout. And so there's a few things that are still out in the shop, and Leon's parents are kind of doing like morning shop things. The shop is technically open at this point, but again, it's still doing that steady rains, and there's not a lot of like customer, daily basis, anyway. But yeah, so you see kind of hey Leon's parents, and then I do see the couple of books on the counter if you wanted to take a closer look.
So I'm gonna go up to Leon's mom. First things first, I'm like, good morning.
Morning.
Do you mind if I look at? Good morning. Do you mind if I take a look at some of the books you were looking at last night? Just wanted to I'm just curious. I've never really looked into any of this. I never learned much about any of this, just the basic fairy tale stuff. So I was wondering if there's any chance I could just find out more.
Yeah, go ahead. There's a couple on the counter I haven't gotten around to putting away yet, so go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Is there any particular one I should definitely take a look at, or just any of them should do?
Any of them should do. Just depending on what specifically you're looking for, each book has its own purpose. But if you're just looking in general, any one of them will work.
All right. All right. Yeah. And then he's gonna go just like read through. If there's any like bookmarks or like if they'd highlighted anything, he's gonna particularly pay attention to those things.
These are not the kind of books that you would highlight. They're like old kind of rare books, but there are several pages that now have post-it tabs on them. So if you want to flip through those, one of the tabs, a couple of them, there's just some info about like Morgana and Titania, like just the names that you've heard. One of the other tabs, you flip it open, looks to be a map.
What is it a map of?
It is a map of something. You're gonna get this. Do you have points of notice? Is it Leon who doesn't? Everybody should. It's everybody except for one.
Let me double check.
Leon does not. I'm pretty sure I'm the one.
Yeah, you've got a point in it. So cool. Yeah, you definitely notice this. Leon would not, but Leon's asleep, so it's fine. You take a look at it, and it's of some sort of. It's a map of land, and that has a river and a lake and some trees on it. Looking at it and just kind of like staring at it, the pattern of like the trees, and then the pattern that line up with the lake, or line up with some of the trees line up with the river, and a couple of them line up with the lake in a way that matches a little bit those, again, not the bird mark, but just the dry grass that was around the trees. It's the big oak trees around town. So you can see that like the marks that were kind of radiating out from two of the trees that formed that amorphous blob you weren't sure is maybe that lake. And the lines that were coming out of the other trees might line up with that river.
So in a town with street named after lakes with no water in sight, there's a map of a bunch of water.
It's not of the town, notably. Like the streets aren't there.
Right.
There's a couple of buildings, but again, the markings that you saw around those giant trees, the trees are marked on the map, and those markings line up with the water.
He's gonna just to verify and find out what it is exactly he's looking at. He's gonna turn to Leon's parents and ask them, what's this map of?
Oh, it's supposed to be a map of the Fey realm.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, how would anybody is this like made up, like what they think it is?
You know, a lot of these books, you don't really question where they got their info from. Some people, it's research from lore. It could be an artist's interpretation of, you know, just what they thought some of the land might look like.
Okay, interesting. Do you mind if I take a? Do you have a maybe a scanner, or not a scanner, but like a Xerox machine or anything like that to
Oh
make a
yeah,
copy?
yeah. You want a copy?
X. Yes, please.
Yeah. Takes the book, makes you a couple of copies for good measure,
All right.
and gives you back.
Is there any like particular markings or notations on the map at all, or is it pretty much just like a design?
It's mostly a design. There is specifically some sort of marking on the outside of town that, yes, would line up with the farmhouse.
Okay, so I was curious, like if there was like labels next to something, like, oh, this is so and so mountain or so and so lake or something.
Yeah, there's no specific labeling on that. It's a sort of a top-down map that doesn't have any labels on it. Has like a few markings on it, again, that line up with the trees and that line up with the farmhouse.
Okay. All right. All right. I have no clue how else to go further from this. I'm actually going to ask the parents that again, that similar question. Like, is there any, like, do you know what any of these markings mean exactly? Like, do they symbolize something? I don't see a key or anything anywhere, or a legend to point out.
She comes over and she looks at the map just to kind of, and flips through the book a little bit. And she says, yeah, this guy, Maxwell's not really all that great with labeling on anything he's ever done in his life. None of his books are labeled, and you hear Leon's dad go, "We know that it's a big point of yours." Like, this is an ongoing conversation they've had about this particular author not labeling his maps has annoyed Leon's mom, and Leon's dad is like, let it go. But she says, typically, I mean, you know, they wouldn't label it if they wouldn't put the marking on there just for show. I mean, it's kind of an odd spot for it. But it's usually with something important. Again, I think might just be, could be something. I don't know where he would have gotten a map of the Fey realm. I don't know where he would have found one to be able to copy it. So it might be
artistic interpretation.
Important is what it should be. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Think I have what I need to go by. And he's just gonna like just chat with them for a bit, just if they have the time. Otherwise, just kind of help them. Because he feels bad for just barging in at their shop and spending the night. So he's gonna be like, "Is there anything I can do to help? Can I like maybe stock some shelves or something like that, or do something?"
Leon's dad is currently like unboxing some really pretty quartz crystals to put in the window, and his mom is doing some register type stuff. But no, I mean, we got it. You don't have to. Did you
I insist. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
for as good as you could in the basement of the shop. I mean.
Oh no, the location was no problem with that. It's just a lot of things on my mind. It's just things happening and learning so many things in such a short period of time, and seeing so many things in such a short period of time. Just kind of
you all are. You all have found some things for sure in the past few days.
Yeah.
But if you really want to help, you can help. You can help unbubble wrap these crystals. There's so much bubble wrap here. If you really want to help.
Sure, they look very delicate. I mean, if you're comfortable, it's sure.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then he's going to be like Leon's.
Get the bubble wrap. Get the bubble wrap and the packing tape off of this, and just set them right there, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, that's Arwind's going to help out until it's time to wake Cory up.
Okay.
That's my MO.
All right. So when it hits time to wake Cory up, you and I'm sorry you keep referring to him as Leon's dad. I know he has a name, but have gotten most of those crystals unpacked, and he's starting to polish them up, like, just kind of wipe them down from fingerprints and things and stick them in the window. And it is, time to get Cory awake for summer school.
So that was my next question was, did anybody ask Cory what time Cory needed to get up? Okay, Cory needed to get up a while ago. Cory is just like flat out like Sailor Moon, spit hanging out of his mouth, sleeping in, just flat out.
I like to imagine that Leon and Cory are both spread out on different sections of the basement floor at this point.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Austin. Like that scene where Usagi is like sleeping in clearly, and there's like, you knew she shouldn't be. There will be screaming very soon.
The only difference is Leon has a sticky note he put on his blanket that's like, do not wake me up.
Cory did wake up at like 6 a.m. because Cory's supposed to, get up and take a jog, has to keep himself in shape, but his shoes and everything were all still like squishy and soaked, and he just went back to bed. No, like, bonus day, it's fine.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun then. Arwind's gonna go and try waking Cory up and hopefully not freak him out in the process.
Whoa, I don't. This rabbit. What?
Cory.
What? Hi.
Cory. It's time. I should probably have asked this, but don't you have classes today?
What are you doing in my house? I mean, you're allowed at my house. Wait, I'm not in my house. All right.
Yes. Yeah. We had a little bit of an adventure last night. I can drop. Do you want to wake up and maybe get some breakfast, and I should drop you off? I feel like Arwind would at least know a little bit of his schedule, just because he's probably helped him out in that sense before.
Yeah, you'd probably know a little bit of it.
What
maybe.
time is it?
I'd say like getting close to 9.
Crap! I gotta go.
I'll drop you off. Come on. Yeah, I figured we were kind of running a little bit late, but I'm sure they don't mind for one day.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have some things I want to take care of, and you know how I said I wanted to get a gift for Darcy. I feel like we've been stressing her out unnecessarily, and based on the conversation I had with Basil last night, I don't think what we did yesterday was going to help the matters at all. So before the explosion happens, I'm hoping I could reduce the impact a little bit.
Right. All right, it's all coming back. Sorry, I was having some really cool dreams, but now I don't remember them. Oh well.
I mean, do you want to brush your teeth here? And then he takes out the extra unopened pack of toothbrush, and then hands it to him.
When you said, "Do you want to brush your teeth?" Cory just started doing the finger go, and then takes the toothbrush. Teenage boy, okay.
I've done that on occasions. Trust me, I know exactly. Put a little toothpaste on your finger and just.
Cory will brush his teeth, get some water on his hands, and do the go through the hair with his wet fingers look, and then we'll go to school.
All right. Yeah. Arwind's like, God, what? Well, how are you still so cool so early in the morning? Come on, it's not fair. And he just walks away.
You're cool.
And he just, let's go. Come on, in the car.
All right.
Wait. Do you want to drop by for a breakfast or something? Maybe at a. Do we have any
that's fine. I'll go get something at school.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do they actually have a cafeteria open?
There's probably
Old snack.
What's the word with the box?
Vending machine?
Vending machines. Thank you.
Vending machine.
Oh.
The snack box. It's like Red Box with snacks.
It's the box of food. Yeah, there's definitely vending machines at school. They definitely don't have actual. Anything you eat in the morning is considered breakfast. So yes, there's breakfast food in there.
Cory's gonna have the delightful 90s kid breakfast of Cool Ranch Doritos and maybe a fruit by the foot or something.
Breakfast of champions.
Mountain Dew.
Oh my God.
Oh man, yes.
So yeah, Arwind's gonna take Cory to the school. He's gonna try and insisting he get a better breakfast along the way, just because he knows that he's probably gonna get some crap snack or something from a vending machine. So like at least stop by like a McDonald's or something, get him like a morning McGriddle or whatever.
I don't think they had McGriddles yet. We're in the
Oh,
age of
There's
like,
also not a McDonald's in town. Like you're
Yeah.
like
Right.
a 6-minute drive from the school.
Oh, is there anything nearby? I forget.
There's a couple of diner locations.
But
There's
it's 9
Rosie's.
o'clock. If it's almost 9
Yeah.
o'clock, Cory's barely going to be on time.
Yeah,
if it's almost
yeah.
9 o'clock.
I'm just gonna drop him. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna drop him. But I'm gonna like along the way keep insisting, get something better than just Doritos, okay?
what's wrong with Doritos?
It's not breakfast. Just how are you? Never mind. I'm not gonna have this argument again. Let's go.
All right.
All right, and then I'm gonna stop at the school and drop off Cory.
Okay, cool.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. See you later when you're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of what? Before you go, do you have an idea of what I should get Darcy, or like anything you think she would like?
Well, I'm not good at gifts, but when I have to get gifts, I have to start thinking. So you categories, all right? So Darcy's a girl,
Excellent observation.
but Darcy likes bikes and stuff. So like maybe not the girl section of the store.
Touche. I was thinking something maybe more mechanical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe did she? Wait, didn't something of hers break recently? I thought like one of her tools or something didn't work or was broken or old. I forget. There was something. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
So like if I was gonna go shopping for like my mom, I'd go to like JCPenney or something. But if I was gonna go shopping for Darcy, I'd go to a Home Depot.
Fair point. I don't know if we is there a Home Depot nearby, or is that like further? I'm pretty sure that's not anywhere in town.
It's gonna need to be a little further out, but there's a Home Depot somewhere in this area for sure.
Probably a little out of town, but it's there. I'm hoping, or some kind of a similar style hardware store. I'm assuming Darcy has something to get stuff from.
Yeah, there's definitely a hardware store in town.
Yeah. And then there's also like the junkyard run by Judy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But also,
I would say there's definitely a hardware store. There's like an Ace Hardware in town, and then also the junkyard.
Okay.
But Darcy really likes ghosts. If only there was a hardware store for ghost stuff.
That.
Okay, is
That's
that not my
actually
parents' shop? You're gonna give card to Leon's parents' shop.
Oh my God, Leon's like, I had to do anything, but I did it.
I was asleep and I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're all welcome.
Oh, I bet if Arwind actually heard that, he'd just be so frustrated. All right, Arwind's he's gonna say bye to Cory and be like, all right, I'll be around here around that time, or I'll give you a call or something, or you give me a. There's no cell phones.
We don't have cell phones.
90s. I'll just come pick you up, okay? When you're done.
All right.
Or meet up at
Nina's.
Yeah. And if I don't come pick you up, just meet up there.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Later.
And Cory walks into school, suddenly realizing that Cory is wearing dirty clothes, doesn't have his backpack, doesn't have any of his notes or his homework or his schoolwork. Yeah.
And I'm gone already.
Yep.
Oh no. I set him up for failure. No.
Cory's in summer school. Cory has already set himself up for failure. Like this is not a new thing.
Oh
It's
no.
probably not even the first time Cory's got to school and been like, "Oh right, books."
Oh. I'm sure like his summer school teacher at this point probably has an extra set of stuff for him just because,
Yeah,
just in case.
There's an extra set of stuff. In theory, it's for anybody, but it's really for Cory. Cory's the only one who's needed it. So like there's an extra calculator, an extra book, some paper and things. And she's Mrs. Alexander is like, thanks for joining us today, Cory. You know, as Cory walks in like barely on time.
You're welcome.
Hands you like the little like packet of like spare supplies.
Yeah, Cory will sit down. This feels fine.
Yeah, starts going in 9 o'clock in the morning about algebra.
Cory was feeling real good until now. That's fine.
Which,
Just you can hear like a whisper in the wind. Don't forget about boxes.
all right. So at this point, is Leon awake, or is Leon still asleep with the post-it?
Leon wakes up exactly at 2:15 or 10:15. Wow,
Okay.
not
Dang.
2:15.
I was gonna say, dang.
He wakes up exactly at 10:15, takes the post-it off his sleeping bag. Cool. Balls it up, puts it in the recycling. Heads upstairs like, did someone else unwrap all the crystals?
Yeah. You know, somebody was getting his beauty sleep, so Arwind and I got most of it done.
Well, that's a jab at me. That's fair. I did say I would do it, but it is done, so am I good to go?
There's another box.
Yeah, there's always another box. Is it in that basement that I totally knew about this whole time?
Yep.
Cool. He'll go down there and get it. And while he's like unwrapping the crystals, he'll be like, "So Mom had like a lot of books last night.
Yeah, she did.
What's up? Are we cursed? Did I get us cursed? What's up?"
I don't think you got us cursed.
Cool.
So that's good. And he's like swearing at bubble wrap that's been packing taped to hell. You know, like
because it's a crystal, you can't like cut it because you might break your scissors on the crystal inside.
Right, like you got to like be really careful about how you're cutting into the bubble wrap part of it. So he's doing that. No, we're not cursed.
Cool.
So that is a for sure thing. The town itself is likely not cursed.
This is a great morning so far.
Yeah, great morning, right? The rain's even stopped, so you know it's looking up here. Not cursed. Definitely Fae nonsense, though. Your little question of the principal sorted that one out for us.
Yeah, cool.
Some sort of deal or agreement between the town and the Fae for some reason.
Yeah, so you know how the tomatoes here are always like really big?
Right?
That's weird, right? Like they're like in the paper.
And they also and they taste like something. Usually when tomatoes get that big, they don't taste like anything. Yeah. So that's but that'd be like a weird deal. They're like, you can have your house here, but give us like just like stupid big tomatoes. Gonna be a weird deal.
Yeah.
And usually something like blessing the crops or making them grow better. That's usually those kind of deals. They don't like that go on forever. They don't tend to make lightly. So I don't know what they would have gotten in return.
I'm not too sure either. I'll probably keep you updated, or I may forget.
Please keep us updated. There's no probably about that statement. We'll ask.
Well, let's see about that phone line, and we'll see what happens.
We are not getting you yet another phone line. There is nobody listening. We've told you this before.
I don't know. I've now accosted 2 Fae.
Leon, I love you. Accosting to Fae, if that is true and you have earned their wrath, a new phone line is not going to fix that.
Do we know that for sure? Has someone tried?
Yes.
Well,
I don't know if somebody has officially tried. I would doubt it, but knowing what I have experienced about Fae and what I've read and what your mother knows, that's not going to fix the problem.
okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll take into consideration when I weigh the facts. This is off topic. Do we have any, like, really cool books on ghosts?
We have many cool books on ghosts. What are you looking for?
Like, the coolest...
There's a whole shelf labeled ghosts.
Oh, yeah. Like, the coolest book on ghosts that we could part with.
Yeah?
Okay.
He, like, gets up, leaving you to continue unpacking the crystals, and goes by the shelf of ghost books and finds something that is it's about it's a local history of ghosts kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not local to Waverly, it's like in Connecticut, but it's a really it's a thick book of whoever those people who did like the investigations on the doll on Annabelle.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
That whose name is escaping me right now. They also, I think they did the Amityville as well, but it's like by them of like it's a of ghost investigations. Yeah.
Cool. I'll put that in a satchel. So, like, why do they bubble wrap these crystals so hard? These crystals are really hard. Like, they could just mark the box, or put like bubble wrap around the box itself. Like, why is each like? And then there's all this empty bubble wrap, and I don't understand.
Yeah. No,
The amount you're paying in extra weight shipping fees must be exorbitant.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it means that they come intact. You know, some of them are a little fragile. Like, and he holds up like an amethyst cluster that has like little pieces coming out, like little prisms like poking out of it and things. It's like, you know, this could have broken off in transit. I know the crystal itself is hard, but maybe its connection to the base isn't. But I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy. This is so much. And then we gotta throw it out and... Yeah.
Don't throw it out. I have an idea.
Does it involve somebody jumping on the bubble wrap?
Don't throw it out. I have an idea.
All right. We'll save this bunch for you.
Cool. He'll keep unwrapping crystals until, like, he's told he can be done. He'll ask begrudgingly several times to please put on literally any other kind of music.
Nope. You're getting stuck with the Pure Mood CD on repeat again.
Like every fourth crystal, he's like, okay, what if, like...
No.
What if I drop the phone line thing?
Continue.
Once a day while I'm working here, I get to play whatever I want, and I will not bring up the phone line thing for like the rest of the summer.
What are you gonna play?
That's not the deal. That's not what we're talking about.
No, you don't understand. I hate it too. Your mother wants to have it on because it's aesthetic. I hate this so much. Even the X-Files theme gets annoying. The remix of the X-Files theme just gets too much at times. What are you going to replace it with? Please.
I was thinking some Biggie Smalls.
Sure. Anything is better than this.
Radical.
Literally anything.
Lit.
Yeah. And he goes and like switches it to like, do you have a CD or cassette or something like on you that you could? Yeah. He goes and swaps it out, and just like checks down like where your mom is doing some inventory stuff in the basement. Like, okay, she hasn't noticed, and then comes back to continue.
Nice.
So much better.
He'll go back to unwrapping crystals and not bring up the phone line.
Excellent. Good deal.
Yeah, he'll do that until I don't know how long it would take him to be done.
Yeah, there's just a couple. There's a couple of boxes. He and Arwind got one box done. There's two more, so it's just it's kind of like a mindless thing.
Yeah, he would just fall into the mat.
Yeah. All right. Is there any before you all meet back up at Nina's in the afternoon once school is over? Is there anything anybody wanted to do specifically?
While fixing the bike and stuff, want to check in with Grandpa.
Yep.
Oh.
About like when he thinks, I would fill him in on the other activity that has happened, including
the Leon nonsense,
the Leon and the Arwind deal.
Oh, right, because Arwind broke into her office.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, because that's part of the give and take with us. He has to learn about all of our chaos in exchange.
Your grandfather, as you're relaying this information, and it just gets increasingly more chaotic the more that you raise this. He just gets this look on his face. It starts off with sort of like unbelievable, like, oh my, like I cannot believe Leon did that, like, oh my gosh, and then it transforms into a little bit of like almost jealousy that he and his buddies back in 48 didn't think to do any of that, of like, oh yeah, you young kids get all the fun.
Well, you're a big part of this, Grandpa. There's a lot of stuff we can't do. You can do.
Yeah, like talk to Joe.
Yeah.
I have an appointment with him. So sorry, today. I will.
Do you need a ride or?
Yeah, if you don't mind. It's the rain. It's humid and just pretty terrible out, even though the rain stopped. But yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I got Basil here. Fixing.
Hey, Basil.
Their bike.
Hey.
Bike.
Yeah, what did you do to this?
I fell
into a gravel pit.
It was off-road. I just did some off-road exploration and stuff happened.
This is not an off-road bike.
Yeah, Darcy's picking.
Yeah.
Oh, you like doing that stuff? Oh, puts that back and then brings out. I didn't know you were.
Grandpa's just sitting there watching a cup of coffee, watching this happen, just in awe of the fact that Basil went off-roading without an off-road bike.
Yeah. And lived.
And lived.
Yeah,
Darcy,
lived,
like,
yes.
you wore a helmet, right? Do you wear a helmet?
Oh yeah, safety first.
Okay, that's cool. Cool, good. I don't want to be.
What's the helmet look like? If this is what the bike looks like, what's the? Just curious.
Like a normal helmet. Like.
Oh, it survived. You don't need a new one.
Oh, it's wrecked.
I
mean, you drop a helmet once, then it's gone. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't build you a helmet, but
That's all good. I can go grab one.
Okay. So yeah, and then once the bike's done, then drop Grandpa off.
Okay. Drop Grandpa off at Mayor's office so that he can have a very uncomfortable conversation with somebody he doesn't like.
Yeah.
But he will fill you in on that later, afterward. Anybody else got something? Yeah. All right, cool. So we will fast forward to this afternoon. The humidity from the storm is hanging around pretty uncomfortably because Midwest in the summer, as half of us are experiencing. But you all meet up at Nina's. Cory, your shoes have dried out finally.
Excellent.
Leon's on that Street Fighter mission. cabinet for sure. He's there when people get there. Like, all right, like
All
he
right.
got down to the shop and went to. He's like, well, time to never lose Street Fighter again.
Since Cory
Right.
was late, Cory did not actually end up even getting terrible breakfast. So Cory's starving, and Cory needs lots of pizza.
Nina's there behind the counter. They've got the couple. There's a cheese pizza, pepperoni, veggie out there, kind of like buffet style, where you can get as many as you want. There's also a fresh pepperoni roll that's just come out of the oven that you can get a slice of. Nice Coke fountain, self-serve fountain there.
God, I want to be.
They've got a thing of like lunch. Yeah, for sure. The thing of lunch, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet plus a drink for like $3.99.
Oh man, I
like
miss
the
it.
90s. You know, I don't know how to adjust back down for inflation, but we'll say it is very reasonably priced.
Yeah, Cory's gonna get as much as Cory can afford, which probably he's got like $4 in his pocket. So yeah, that's what we'll go with the special.
Yeah, so it's like an all-you-can-eat thing, so you can chow down.
Wait, no, Cory doesn't even have Cory's clothes on.
Nope.
Cory has borrowed clothes. Okay, Cory gets up to the counter and just like
Oh yeah.
his stomach is rumbling, but he realizes that he doesn't have his clothes. So
He doesn't have.
Leon, look over from the cabinet. Hey, Cory, do you need lunch?
oh no, I'm good. Hey,
Okay.
and Cory will come over and
like,
watch
before he,
you
like,
play
he sits
Street
down-
Fighter.
Now, before he like gets all the way there, Arwind's probably like, he's just like, did you have breakfast? And then he's like, wait, did you have money?
Yeah, I had breakfast.
What'd you have?
Oh, I don't remember. It was so long ago.
What? No, you're not that forgetful. What'd you have? It's food. You don't forget food. I know you. What did you have? Come on. And then he just walks over to the counter and he's like, one large meat lover's pizza, please.
You got it. She like writes the order down and
All right.
in the back for it to be made.
Oh, can you add one of those? What is it? Garlic knots? You guys have?
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah, garlic knots. Sure.
That
yeah,
and
order that.
can,
Yeah.
can we also get a picture of? I forget, what is Cory like again? Is it Coke?
Anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that was my dog. Yeah. Maybe a picture of Dr. Pepper and a picture of Coke, please, for the table.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
And then he's gonna, however much that is, like maybe like that was his like day's pay for sitting at, or his
Yeah.
allowance from his parents for sitting at the counter. So he's gonna plop that down on the counter. Right.
Yep.
All right. Can we actually have do you have any like just older slices of pizza that not really selling, or anything like that? Just he hasn't had anything all day.
Oh, Cory, come here. And Nina like calls you over. She's like a short, older, second generation Italian immigrant woman, and like takes the couple of slices from the pizza that's been out there for a little bit. You know, it's like the pizza that's been there for a minute underneath the buffet light, and sets it on a plate. She goes, "Here, just eat something before your stuff comes out. All of you, help yourselves to this. It was just gonna get tossed as soon as Alfred gets the next batch out anyway."
Don't tell me twice.
I'm like, I turned to Cory, I'm like,
Pizza.
cheers, mate. We just got free food.
Cory waits for Leon to go for it, but Cory's actively slightly sheepish right now, which is not a common Cory trait, but Cory will start eating after Leon does.
Oh.
Yeah, Leon like leaves his game and is like, "Oh, cool," and he'll start eating and
Yeah.
grab the usual booth and wait for Darcy and
Yeah.
Basil to show up.
Yeah, you all, Nina's, it's a popular joint in town, but you all are absolute regulars there. The amount of quarters you have fed into the Street Fighter machine have probably paid for the electric bill a couple of times. So, Nina doesn't play favorites with her customers,
Except
but there's nobody else in there right now. So
I
yeah,
like to think there's probably been a time where someone else is sitting in the booth that we see as our booth,
she glares.
and we're like,
Mm.
"Hey, this is our booth," and they're like, "What do you mean your booth?" And we're like, "Hey, Nina, it's our booth."
Yeah, pretty much. She's
have a
she's been there for a while. She knows you all. You're in there playing video games all the time. And again, she doesn't play favorites with her customers, but there's nobody else in there right now. And it doesn't matter that if somebody else was in here with nobody else, she wouldn't have given them free pizza because Schrodinger's pizza. Nobody else is in there to know that. So
So Darcy, of course, like drop Grandpa off. Maybe might need some more pieces. Getting Basil's bike going. But would the meeting with the mayor, like be done and like can talk to Grandpa before we go over to Nina's?
Yeah.
Or is it?
It's probably like his appointment with the mayor was in the afternoon. It was supposed to, it was scheduled for an hour because mayors are never on time for things. So it was probably, I can say it's over. Yeah.
So
Grandpa's sitting on the bench outside the town hall.
Yeah.
Waves at you and gets back in the truck. Okay. So I still hate Joe.
I did not expect that to change.
Yeah, he's gotten worse for sure, but was able to get some info out of him. I don't think he knew he gave it to me, but he did. So there's apparently a doorway somewhere around here to the Fey Realm, which is why some stuff kind of you've seen it, like the flowers in the baskets that grow in winter. It's not supposed to be doing that. Nothing is supposed to grow in winter, but it's there. So that's where some of that is. And I couldn't get the details out of him. He was a little reluctant to even tell me what he did. But so there's a door somewhere nearby into the Fey Realm, and in exchange for us, the town, making sure that the door stays hidden or that people don't stumble into it, they help out with our crops.
Oh. That's it? But then what about the missing
you're
people?
not there. You're not there.
Oh, shoot. Oh, so sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
you're not there.
Yeah, you're not there
I thought
yet.
he was-
No,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is Darcy and Grandpa in the truck. And I
Yeah.
think Basil maybe.
Okay.
Basil.
Sorry.
Basil's in
And
there.
Basil.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
Basil's in the
popcorn
back.
eating, kind of.
Yeah, Basil's.
Yep.
Why do
So-
they allow them to take a person every time they're here?
Because one of their people comes here.
Okay. So
It's like
it's
a trade.
so it's even exchange.
And our people always come back, and their people always go back.
But there was 2 the last time, and one of them stayed.
Yeah, because she fell in love with Jimmy.
Oh. Basil, she stayed for love?
That's so cute.
That is kind of cute. But what happens to because they go into the Fey realm and they don't remember going there. So what happens to them? Do they do weird things to them? I guess it's like an odd like X-Files experiment, but only Fey type.
I mean, it might be. I haven't seen any of the X-Files. Comes on a little bit late for me, but it might be. I don't know, but I think based on what Joe told me is that it's not like a prisoner exchange or anything. I mean, whoever it is goes willingly and comes back willingly. It's just something has to happen every 50 years that needs them to come here and one of us to go there.
Oh, so they don't so they don't force the person?
I mean, I think they asked, they need somebody to go. But it's not like they come in the middle of the night and kidnap somebody, as far as I understand it.
Huh. Okay. Basil, you got any questions? I'm like,
When someone goes away, because someone always does, is there like something that happens that kind of gives the indication of that door opening or something? I mean,
It
a
must, so that
storm just
they know where to
happened.
go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a storm just happened. Does that mean that we're expecting someone missing now as opposed to before? Because we knew prior, I think, that no one was missing yet.
yeah,
Correct.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the storm has just passed, and you don't know if anyone has gone missing in that yet. And Grandpa shrugs, says, yeah, he wouldn't tell me where the door is. I mean that's part of the deal, that they don't tell. I don't even know that he knew. But whoever it is, it's their decision to go, and they obviously keep it a secret, because if everybody knew that there was a door to the Fey realm around here, I'm sure people would be looking for it.
Yeah. Well,
So it's why you and a couple of your friends kind of get like when you try to mention stuff, that's why you get like made fun of and stuff.
Yep. Just people like Joe who know about it, they're trying to keep it hidden, I guess. And so it's just, hey, look at Martin and his friends. So we know we're right. And that's what counts.
that's what's important.
He has this like smug smile on his face at that.
So does the town want the door? Like, if we shut the door, would that be bad?
I think if the door got shut, then the deal might be off, and our crops might go back to normal, and what Jackson and the next county, what their crops are, with their small tomatoes that don't taste like anything. But
This
Basil,
like directly affects Basil's like family, like business, correct? Like, because this is like, crops.
I mean, it's like around here, there's like it's not like other towns have bad crops or bad harvests. It's just yours is exception. Like Waverly's is exceptional. Everybody else has about average normal harvest. Again, you're not like, no, it's not like other people are having bad times. You would just go back down to average.
so do like people like drive to our like farmers market like whenever we have harvest time because they know our stuff is like good?
Yep.
So so wait, Basil, your family's stuff is so good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, look, if the Fae aren't doing anything bad and we're getting all this good stuff, I know I've got a bias there, but it doesn't seem like a bad thing. But I guess it's just a matter of how dangerous it really is and stuff, right? But I mean,
But
I'm gonna ask my mum when I get home. She might know something. We've had that place for a while.
yeah.
Grandpa's thinking on that for a minute as you're driving back. He goes, I mean, I don't know how to talk to Faye. Your friend Leon seems to have some thoughts on that matter, but I don't know. You might be able to. I'm not suggesting you talk to Faye. Your grandmother would kill me if she found out I'd suggested that you talk and try to negotiate with Faye, even though she doesn't believe they exist. So,
Right.
don't tell Lily. you want to
But-
close the,
What if
I don't know.
what if they want the door closed? What if I don't want there to be like, is the door open naturally and we're just natural guards of it? Are we keeping the door open and making like making it stay open? Are they making it stay open? I mean, do they want it closed? I mean, what if they want it closed?
I think they would, from what I understand about Faye, which is not much, but enough. Having the fact that they made the deal with us to keep the door protected, they probably don't want it open at all, but they might not be able to close it for some reason. And so they made the deal with us. We'll make your crops grow really well if you make sure nobody stumbles in to our realm.
Oh God, but Basil, I wouldn't want. Yeah, maybe we should talk to your mom.
Yeah, I think so. We'll we'll let everyone else know, see what they're thinking, and then I think and you guys can come with me. Just hang out at the other farmhouse.
Yeah, the
and
others
I'll
need
ask
the
my
others.
mom.
Yeah, you got to fix that drink for all the others. Oh my gosh. I think even okay, I know Leon would still be like, I know I could just hear Leon, this is no Capri Sun or Ecto Cooler, but it's not bad. So yeah. Okay. All right. So we ready to go to Nina's? Drop Grandpa off, then unless you want to come by
Sounds
with
good.
Nina's with us, Grandpa. I mean,
Oh, I think my days of Nina's are, or at least the arcade bit, are long gone.
yeah,
But thank
Grandma.
you.
Yeah, Grandma, and we might give you the pizza lecture again.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be eating a lot of it, so. But if you could bring me back one of those garlic knots, it'd be really good.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Sink it in.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. He gets out. Have fun with your friends. Be safe.
Thanks. Love you.
Catch you later.
Love you. Bye, Basil.
See ya.
Yay. Oh boy, Basil. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You hear him as he wanders off, just muttering of like swearing under his breath about Joe. Like he's just insufferable, and like he has it. Oh my god, he's just
That's Grandpa got a lot of good information.
Yeah,
He really
did.
doesn't like Joe at all.
No.
Yeah. Joe's
Have we ever seen Joe? I have.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the mayor. Joe exists. I mean, Joe is. You've seen him probably wandering around town, like that he's the mayor. But he's nothing. He's nothing special.
Yeah, he doesn't let you forget he's the mayor. That's
he's that kind of guy.
Oh, he's a massive tosspot. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Someone please clip
Yes.
whatever that. What? Someone please.
Beautiful.
She's gonna be like, a what?
A tosspot. It's just what you call
A
you
jerk?
know, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Though. That's fun.
Good word.
That's fun. Okay, but then we'll go to Nina's and meet up with
All right.
everyone.
Sounds good.
Good deal.
I think we're just.
It's like, why am I getting this in stereo? And it's because I had the Twitch volume on. So you go to Nina's. You see in your booth, Leon's playing Street Fighter while there's like a pile of pizza on there, and then Nina, kind of like as you're walking in, Nina is coming over with a tray of the large meat lovers pizza and the garlic knots, and the pitchers of soda are already there. Everybody's in your booth.
Oh, good food.
Hey, Darcy. Hey, Basil. I'm almost done.
Hey
Hey.
guys.
Hey.
So So before we get started, there's something that first we want to give you and need to tell you in that order. This is a gift from us three to you, Darcy. I I don't know. I feel like you've been trying to take care of us, and we haven't really been the best on our end. I mean, we're just trying to do the best we can to help out the situation, but I know that without proper knowledge, we might tread on something or do something that's bad, especially for me, like someone like me who's only been here in this town for like 3 years compared to you who's been here for so long. And I know whatever you do and tell us is for, out of the goodness of your heart and what you feel is the best for us and probably know is the best for us. So this is a gift to you as a thank you and also as a sorry for if we ever put you through anything. It's not intentional. It's not because we don't disvalue what you have to say. I think it's just we're very impulsive people and we kind of just care for each other so much that we want to do what's best at that moment. And I know that sometimes I don't tend to remember your suggestions or your tips or helpful hints. So here, I just, and basically what I give her is a kind of like it looks like a clock, but it's very much a steampunk style with a bunch of gears that are exposed. It just looks very like kind of rustic, but definitely working. Looking kind of like almost like a pocket watch kind of a thing, but not quite. And it has like a couple of like engravings on the back of like the river, just like things that Waverly should be known for, I guess. Like does nothing like expensive looking, but definitely like it's something that would catch his eye and be like, I feel like this is something Darcy would like. And
did you get that at the Home Depot?
Sort of. I actually went to the junkyard and I talked to what was her name again? Judy. I sat with Judy and I kind of just talked to her and told her how I wanted to give you a gift. We wanted to give you a gift and kind of worked together and put this together. Like she had a different, like just the clock, and we kind of was just like, it'd be fun to have a little afternoon project, and kind of did this. And I just thought that would you'd like this.
Thank you. No one's really ever I mean, I'm trying. Thank you.
And we really appreciate it. And I know how much you care for us. And we never would want to do anything to make you feel like you're not valued or what you have to say is not valued. I think honestly, it's just at this point, everything's going that we've been going through and everything we've seen is just so new and unprecedented that so the reason also I wanted to talk to you is I know you told us to not move or leave our place last night because of the storm, but I think just because how much we care for each other and the situation with everything and unknowingly how things happened, like for example, I think that Cory misunderstood what you said, and he thought that he wanted him to make sure I didn't leave my motel. He came to check up on me.
I didn't misunderstand. She told me to make sure that you didn't go anywhere.
Right.
And
got it in one.
And then I started freaking out because of what Leon told me on the phone about him talking and pretty much calling them out on their BS and calling them fate directly to the face. So I got scared because I was like, what if they get mad and do something? And in my panic mode, I went over to Leon's. But to my defense, I was like, he's literally down this, like only like a block away. I can literally get there. And we tried to be safe because I knew that if I went in on my bike, there's a chance that lightning could strike. So I knew that cars are insulated. So I was like, if I go in my car, I should be safe. And I went like 5 miles per hour. So, just being really slow. I know.
So you went to Leon's, who had the protection of his shop and his parents.
Yeah.
Leon,
Yes.
like, is
There-
some Street Fighter.
Like, there are reasons why I know why
I-
you should stay where you
I-
need to be.
I know. I think, like I said, I panicked at that moment.
And you
thinking that-
ignored Cory?
No? What? I'm really confused why anyone is...
Cory, you went to Arwind's and you let
Yeah.
him know my concerns and you wanted him to stay at the motel.
Oh, I didn't tell him I said that you told me, but I didn't want it to seem weird, so I just went and visited. But I was wet, and it
Right.
was confusing.
But when you got there to the motel, you told Arwind all my concerns and about how he needed to stay at the motel.
I don't remember exactly what I told him because I was really wet.
Arwind.
Arwind is just looking really small right now. He's just like, kind of like scrunching. He goes,
But
I'm
it was
sorry.
okay because then we went to go protect Leon, and that's
No,
what we do.
no. Cory.
Yes.
You don't-
Arwind immediately
you-
says, "Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kay."
You don't have to. Arwind, you just completely ignored Cory as well?
No, Arwen would never ignore me.
It's not. I wasn't trying to ignore. I think at that moment I was just. First off, once again, I'm really sorry. It's not going to happen again. I won't do it again. I think after what I saw in the office, after what I saw in the pictures, I started freaking out. And then when Leon told me that he had confronted them, everything went outside of my head. And all I could think about was how two powerful magical creatures now know that we know, or at least Leon knows. And I know.
Okay,
I honestly, and it
So,
wasn't anything
Arwind-
about Leon or anybody. I think, like, to be honest, at that moment, if it was you, I would have driven all the way to your place. If it
No,
was Basil, I would have. I think
no.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just letting you know that was the state of mind I was in last night, and I know
So you were in the state of mind of
panic.
ignoring. No. So I told you to calm down and to think things rationally. I understand I did not tell Cory to stay home. I did direct Cory to make sure to keep you calm and to keep you at the motel. And so, Cory, I'm not upset at you at all, Cory.
And I did keep him calm. And then we went and we protected Leon.
Who did not need protected, because he was with two people who, if anyone has parents who could probably kick Faye ass or at least keep them defended, it's Leon's parents.
I see
I'm really confused. Are you mad about something?
Buddy, it's me. I need to hear this. Okay, it's fine. And I turned to Darcy and like, listen, you have every right to be mad at me, and I'm really sorry. Like I said, I wasn't in the right state of things. I can't explain, but I can tell you that I won't do it again. And I promise that it's not going to happen again. Like I said, this was nothing about not valuing what you said. Honestly, if it was someone who's been an expert on, like a professor of Fae, coming down to me and telling me that I've studied Fae folklore and their stuff for 30 years and I have a PhD in this. If they'd come and told me any of that, I probably, with the state of mind I was in, would have ignored them as well. It's not anything about you or a lack of respect on your knowledge. It was just the state of mind I was in. I tried not to panic. I tried not to do anything, but what else can I say? It happened. And I promise it won't happen
Your
again.
parents let you take the car?
I told my mom that I was going to drive 5 miles per hour, and that's how slow I went. I didn't go past that. It was literally an extra shell of protection. That's all. Like, I literally felt like I was a turtle. I promise you, we were as safe as we could be, and as soon as we went there, we did not leave. We didn't do anything else. We stayed the night there and just kept each other company. That's all we did. And I honestly, I'm really sorry, Darcy. Please don't be mad at me.
Leon gets on Street Fighter and walks over. I missed a lot. I'm sorry. Are we doing the gift thing now?
Arwind just looks at Leon. And he
I also have a gift. And he goes in the satchel and he takes out the book. He's like, this is like the coolest ghost book we had in the shop. It's by the Warrens, the people who have that haunted doll. It's not in like Slides Over Darcy. It's not about ghosts that are here, but I figure, if you know a bunch about all the ghosts that are here, you may as well like know a lot about all the ghosts everywhere, So this is my little this is my contribution. I kind of freaked everyone out last night by being like, I talked to Faye, and then I pretty much just hung up the phone on everybody. I was riding a Mulan high. I made a lot of rash, not best decisions in the last 24 to 48 hours. But I'm all good now. Had some Capri Suns, took my meds. I will be a lot more, I will be, what's the word? Not fluid. I'll be more focused. I'll be more focused. I will take in all the information people say to me before I do things like roll up to a Faye's house and knock on the door, because what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Guys, that sleeper we had at Darcy's, forgot my meds. My bad.
We're really sorry.
Want everyone to listen to each other. And that includes Cory. Cory, you have a voice and you deserve to be heard.
I'm heard.
No. You. Cory.
I'm really confused.
Just you don't have to please everyone all the time.
Cory doesn't know what to do with that, and so just puts more pizza in his mouth.
Yeah, it's like Leon slowly takes a piece of pizza. I'm just gonna take this. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, Arwind at this point is straight up bawling. He's like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right.
Why? Okay, mouthful,
Okay.
but I don't want to like.
Okay, Arwind. Okay, all right, yeah.
Why are you crying?
I just feel like he's just mumbling on his breath. I just love you guys so much, and I don't want anything to happen to you, and I'm so sorry. I don't mean
anything to happen to you guys either, and I haven't really made friends in a while, and I just maybe I'm a bad friend, but then
no,
I just
the
don't
best friend.
but then I don't want to see any of you hurt, and and then I lecture you. You get me this thing, and then I lecture you again, and then like maybe this is why no one likes me. I go,
But I do like you, and I was meant to be lectured. I did bad. I'm sorry. And it's just
Leon
like a
puts
big
he puts his slice down.
self-pity fest at this point.
Leon puts his slice down. I was like, whoa, wait. We all love each other, right? What are we talking about right now?
Sure. We're all friends. We love each other. We all.
Did you
know
think
that,
people
right?
don't like? I love you, Darcy, and I love you, Arwind, and you, Cory, and you, Basil. Like, whoa, we listen. We mess up, but we're like family. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. No, we're all getting through this summer one way or another. I don't care if we got to do it in the Fae realm, but we're gonna have a great summer.
Right, big swig of Dr. Pepper has just occurred. I don't really understand why you think that I try to what you said I do, but I don't think I was trying to please anyone. I think maybe I was being selfish. I don't know. Leon said something weird about going to talk to Faye, and I was freaked out. And I guess I didn't think about your instructions meant for me. I guess. I don't know. But I think Arwen's really too hard on himself and shouldn't be crying right now. And you probably should eat some pizza. And I don't think we let Basil talk enough at all. And Leon, you're cool.
Thanks. Leon is like
that's Cory's like big moment speech. It's nonsense. And drinks like a little bit more Dr. Pepper, thinking that was like a moment. I don't know.
Leon just like claps on the back, like, yeah, I am cool.
Basil,
I think at this point, like Arwind hears that, he's just like, he's calmed down a little bit, but he's now like trying not to laugh because it's also like he knows that was Cory's moment. He understands what he meant, but he was just like, this is so out of place of what just happened. But okay, and then the next thing does is he goes, grabs a plate, puts like 2 slices of pizza, and then offers it to Darcy. He goes,
yeah. Basil,
Friends?
Yeah. You want to tell everybody, because it starts off with what you found out in the office, and then if you want to even take it to like what Grandpa said, that would be,
yeah, I can do that.
Leon gets out his notebook.
Yeah, Basil goes and buys more pictures of Dr. Pepper and Coke and things, and then like sits down. So apology pie and fruit basket of sorry. We went into Morgana's house. Like we said before, their power outlets nothing was plugged in, and we managed to walk into the kitchen, and I saw this little room, and I kind of wanted to know what was inside, so a bit reckless of myself as well. Dropped an apple, and you have to go get those. So when I went to go get it, in that room there was a bunch of old papers, old books and stuff, and that's where I found the Fey Accords. And it wasn't in like books or anything. It was like old paper and fancy writing and stuff like that, like in those like medieval like TV shows and things, the stuff that they write on that stuff. It's kind of like that. So the Fey Accords, I've got no idea what that is. Then we ollied out of there as fast as we could because we were.
You guys had skateboards?
I could have.
He couldn't help it.
Not at that time, but maybe next time. But yeah, we got out of there real quick and spoke to Darcy's grandpa, who spoke to the mayor. Mm-hmm. And well, after he spoke to the mayor, we found out that well, there might be a door to the Fey realm. somewhere here, and there's probably a deal between the town and the Fae to protect it and guard it, and that's why we've got such good crops and stuff like that, and why all this stuff happens. So,
Mention
not
of.
really.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. And they say that someone goes missing when one of them comes through here, sort of like a swap, and well, I'm wondering whether or not the big storm thing has sort of triggered the next series of events or something. But yeah.
Has anyone gone missing? Have we like Darcy, does your grandpa know if anyone's not accounted for? I know he knows a lot of people.
Not yet. He's probably going to be making calls and like when he went home after the mayor, he's making calls and finding out if somebody, because it's not going to be obvious. Like during his time, it wasn't obvious. It wasn't like a big missing person sort of deal. It seems they go willingly, but they so
that
the
seems weird.
Yeah, so we don't know if like, do they want the door open? Are they making us keep the door open and guarding it? Are we making them keeping it open because we get great tomatoes? Or like, do the Fae want the door closed and we're stopping them? And then if we close it, then we won't have good tomatoes?
Yeah, I'm going to ask my mom about what's going on. We've had the farm for a while, so we might know a little bit more, but don't know.
Did you get to read any of those, anything on the paper? That Fae Accords?
I don't think I got a good... Yeah, no, I didn't. Nah, I just saw the Fae Accords and Morgana started walking, noticing that we were taking our time, so...
And wait, you said nothing was plugged at the house? Like things just were unplugged?
No, they had like a fridge, but the fridge wasn't plugged in. They had lamps and stuff like that, and that stuff wasn't plugged in either.
Yeah, and Grandpa noticed that there's not a proper power line to the place.
Yeah, so when the lights are on, it's...
Magic?
Magic.
So Arwind's like, so you mentioned something about an entrance, right? Like your grandpa said something about there's an entrance nearby. So I might have maybe found the entrance. And he pulls out the map and puts it on the table.
Huh.
And with that, we're going to go to break.
Woo!
Hey.
So we will pick this up in about 10 minutes with, as Arwind has laid the map down on the table with the pizza. We will be back. We're going to take a few minutes, maybe get some pizza of our own if we have some around.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I
I
want
need
some
pizza
right now. So badly.
Teen angst moment.
That was so good. Oh,
that was so good.
There are
my
times
heart
where
needed
like,
that.
Yeah. We have to remember playing teenagers.
I love everyone in this pizza parlor.
Yeah, it's so good.
We're going to go to break. We'll be back. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our break. Some of us have had pizza, some of us have not. How it goes. We are back with Waverly Summer 98, our bubblegum shoe campaign of teen detectives, nostalgia, summer weirdness, supernatural weirdness, summer, and chaos and pizza. And this is ostensibly a role-playing game with dice, though we have not rolled at all tonight, and that's sort of how we've been playing this game. But it's fine, it's cool, everybody's great. So we are picking back up in Nina's pizza parlor after there's been some reconciliation, tears, hugs, lots of pizza, and gifts exchanged. and Dr. Pepper. And in the discussion about possibly where the location of this Fey door is, Arwind has pulled out the photocopies that Leon's mom made for him this morning of the map in the book. And that's where we pick up. You are muted. buddy.
Muted.
And back. I was just gonna say, like, that was a big slam on the table moment. Yeah.
It was an epic cut to commercial moment. So
It was. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me that.
Leon just kind of looks at it. Arwen, where did you get this?
Your mom, actually, she made some printouts for me when I asked.
Oh, okay.
I was up earlier than everybody this morning, and I was like, I saw your mom last night just going through everything, and I wanted to know maybe if she found something or kind of look through what she went through, and I found this.
That makes sense. Okay, I thought you stole it from Principal Santiago, and I was like, we have a big problem. Okay. Just my mom. Cool.
I never thought I'd see Leon get scared, and I just did. So
if Darcy starts to look at it, can you actually can she start to like see like Waverly on top?
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, this
Yeah.
is like Waverly, but not.
Hey Nina,
Wow.
do you have any of those old placemats with the Waverly map?
Oh, yeah.
Like one of
so
those-
we
kitty drawings with the crayon.
yeah, it's like the old menus that are plastic. And there's just like a Waverly map on the back of it. She digs one out of the drawer and hands it to you. People don't tend to use menus too much at Nina's because it's a pizza place and everybody knows what they want. So yeah, but she hands it over to you. Yep.
Yeah, Leon's gonna just like, is it like a 1-to-1 ratio? Like how it look like? Because I try not to meddle, so I wasn't like listening too hard when you described the map to Arwen. Is it like the lines that are this Fey map thing are like the roads for the town now and stuff? Does that make sense?
Muted.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was gonna. Are you asking me or Arwind?
I'm asking either the DM or you,
Okay.
whoever wants to
okay.
answer.
Because Darcy,
Yeah.
Darcy would start to see, right?
Yeah. So Darcy makes this connection. So it's not so much like there's no roads on this map, so there's nothing like streets aren't gonna line up, but you are able to pinpoint like the specific trees that have been called out on the map are matched with the big oak trees that are around town. The river that kind of flows between some of the trees matches the marks that you all saw on the ground. The lake matches kind of the amorphous blob that you saw. The one of the markings that's just a little different is absolutely 100% where the farmhouse is in relation to all of these. So it's the streets aren't there, but there are some landmarks that you can lay out.
Okay, I think Leon kind of like looks at that and
see tree.
So wait, Darcy, everyone, but Darcy, do we think, is it like the town's gonna be go back? Is that the deal? Is the deal so the town doesn't get, because there was those burn marks, and it's like what used to be here is trying to come back here or something.
Or I don't know. It's like maybe every 50 years the veil gets thin and they have to do something in order to stabilize the connection.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it seems as though the door is always open. Why would they want a door? Would you want a door open to your precious place all the time? Open.
That's what doesn't make sense. And why? Why did Principal Santiago stay?
According to Grandpa, so apparently, like when they came, she looked like a teenager, even though she probably was a lot because like Faye, but she
Yeah.
like teenager. So her teenage looking self fell in love with actual teenage Jimmy.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
There's one thing I think we kind of been forgetting, and I just remembered it myself. But where did the ghosts tie into all of this? Like,
That's
Cory's been cocking his head, kind of looking at this thing, and the next thing I was going to say is, so, is this like some other place where our ghost friends all live?
Oh.
that
I
is-
guess
where what's the correlation between the cemetery and where the cemetery is and then on the map that Arwind brought.
There's the tree that's in the cemetery is there, and there's a bridge drawn, just like a bridge over the river between that, like
Okay.
kind of that goes between it and the farmhouse.
So
And, like,
wait,
the
is
only
the cemetery the lake in the Fey world or
No, so I will send
It's
you the
like
map
the-
of the
Okay.
Fey world because I actually have it drawn out. It's the lake is the two trees that are the theater and the courthouse is where the lake is, because that was the sort of blobby scorch mark.
Mhm.
The river goes by the one that's in the cemetery, the school, the historical society, and the pool is kind of like, it's just like a winding river that those are all along.
And the fixed points are always just the trees in the farmhouse.
Mhm. Yep.
They're sort of the ones that are both on the Waverly map and the Fey
Yeah,
map.
there's a few other markings on the Fey map. They don't really correspond to anything important in Waverly. Like, it's probably somebody's, like, a house. It might match up with somebody's house just randomly, but they don't stand out as landmarks. But the trees and the farmhouse do.
Mm-hmm.
Arwind looks at it and he's so, I've been having a thought on this all day, and I could be completely wrong, but from what I see, the trees are like maybe like an anchor point between our realm and their realm that kind of keeps them together or keeps things stable or something. And I feel the entrance is somewhere in that farmhouse. And I feel that is like
I was
the way
thinking
to
that.
get in and out. Now, my question is, and I feel, I mean, like after hearing what Basil had to say about, what your grandpa told us about how we have maybe a deal with them or something to help us with our crops. What I see out of that is what we benefit from it, but what do they benefit from it? And why do they need to send, like, why send people there? Why do they forget? And or if maybe it's just to protect them, so people won't keep going there and something like that. But and this isn't me as not Arwind, but asking, do we know that all the people who are coming back as ghosts, they were the ones who were sent to these realms in the past, right?
no?
You don't.
Oh
know.
no, we don't.
There's
Okay.
no.
So my question then becomes, okay, so that's just not a correlation then. Never mind. But there, what are they benefiting out of this? Outside from coming over into our realms, and even if they want to, why are they helping us? Why are they coming into our realm? Like, what is in it for them?
I mean, I don't know
think they
that.
said that we were protecting the door.
Yeah, we keep the door safe, but there's got to be more than that.
But the thing is, the only people who are keeping the door safe are the ones who are in the know, and from what I can see, the ones in the know is just the mayor. Like, do we know anybody else aside from that?
I mean, I don't think so. So here's what I think. Basil brought up the point of the rain maybe being involved with someone going missing. Maybe we make sure people are accounted for, and maybe that can give us a place to start, because we all know what my first thought was, which is, well, let's go down to that farmhouse and just ask her. Probably not a great idea. So we won't do that, unless people think it's a good idea.
Not right now.
Okay. Fair enough. So, because the only thing I can think, if someone's gonna go missing, is it random? Is there a reason? I don't know.
Well, they go willingly, and maybe they get something out of it in return. It's not like they don't remember; they just don't talk about it. So maybe, the person who went, it was a Cartwright. Are they
This is Donna.
Yeah, Donna Cartwright. Did that family, like, is that family like well off, or not like obviously rich, but like they don't really need to worry about something? Do they have like always had a seat on the council or something like that? Always been a judge, you know?
Yeah, so the Cartwright family, there's like 1,000 of them, for one thing. But that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with it. Just like everybody knows at least 2 Cartwrights. Like there's always 2 in the class. Thank you, by the way, Des, for the raid. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The Cartwright family, there's pretty much always been one somewhere in town government, typically on the city council. Actually, yeah, on the city council.
Quick question. I have a note here that one of the that a James Cartwright was one of the people that died.
Yeah, they were distant relatives. It wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
it wasn't
okay.
a direct correlation.
Yeah, James Cartwright was one of the potential ghosts.
Yeah.
Right.
That likely, I mean, they're related to Donna, but likely not in any direct sort of way, just because, you know, every small town has the family that has a bazillion people in it.
Right. Okay. So do we? I mean, I don't know if all of us roll up to Donna and try and talk to, like, I mean, I know her, but I don't like know her, you know.
How well does Grandpa know her?
Ask Grandpa would know her. I think they're a few years apart, so they didn't go quite to school together or anything like that. She's older than him, so she's not dead, but she is up there in age. She's older than Grandpa.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, because she seems to be the only person we could talk to if she would talk to one of us or your grandpa, but I'm really not sure what else we can do. We already investigated these trees. I guess we can see if anything's changed after that storm, but
yeah, I talked to see what Grandpa's found out, and
I'll talk to my mom.
Yeah, and
there's one thing that Basil mentioned that and this is, I know it's going to be a big risk. I'm just putting it out there as a possible option, as maybe a last resort sort of a thing. But if we really want the complete truth and all the knowledge that we could possibly get, I feel like the best place for this knowledge is that book that Basil said that she saw, or they saw inside of the farmhouse.
Out of the farmhouse.
The Fey Accords.
Yeah.
I feel that might have some strong answers.
It definitely would. I would say if we think we want to break into the farmhouse and try and steal their book, it might be safer to just ask them the direct question. Taking stuff like, if someone took like your family's car, like, you get pretty upset. if we took like a fairy princess's like constitution, I don't know what would happen to us.
I mean, not
Yeah.
necessarily take, but perhaps I could take pictures of it without flash. Maybe have enough
It's-
light that I can just take pictures.
It's
I'm just putting it.
breaking-
I'm just putting it
Let's-
out
Oh,
there.
I hear you. I hear you. We'll put it down.
I don't think breaking in. I actually. Oh, after I talked to Grandpa,
Mhm.
Leon, maybe you could come, but
Okay.
I think after I talked to Grandpa, Brielle want to talk, but I actually would like to talk to Principal Santiago.
Yes.
I think that's fair. I mean, Principal Santiago's kind of.
Especially knowing what, yeah.
Because Principal Santiago would want to stay here because she's got kids and Jimmy and everything. So
I told her I was willing to help her with whatever was happening. Like, I don't like she stayed last time she came, but who knows if they'll let her stay this, Like, I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
And the question also becomes, since they're Fae, I'm assuming, especially considering the records we saw on how often or how long this has been going on, I feel like either they're immortal or that their lifespan is much bigger than ours. So even if she has, a family here, I mean, how long would that tie her down?
Wait, Leon?
Yeah.
Okay. Time, dimension, and time spent. Isn't there something about time moving different
Leon starts like making a diagram. Yeah. So if we're talking, so there was this one episode. So if you're on a different plane than our plane, time may not necessarily move parallel. It could be going backwards or forwards or up or down. It could be going nowhere. And so she could, like, she's been here for 50 years, but she could go back to the fair realm and it's been a day, or it could be yesterday, or she could go back there and come back here and be a teenage. Like, we don't, who knows what could be happening to them over there. We could go there and be like 6 again.
Oh my god, I think all we're doing is giving Sarah ideas, guys, okay? The more we're talking, the more she's like, yes, give it to me.
Cory.
we'll go into the fair realm when we're 4 years old.
What about you, Cory? What do you think we should be doing?
I think this is. I don't know, like kind of. It just. All of this information is now just kind of suddenly making me feel really small, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, I mean, it's, the world just got a lot bigger. I mean, we've all been here for a bit, and, like, we've either heard about the ghosts or, I mean, Darcy tells us about the ghosts, and we accepted that, and, that means other things could be real, but a whole different plane of existence, that's, I get what you mean, but like I said earlier, we all have some kind of role to play in this. And I don't know what that is yet, but I know I watch a lot of TV and I read a lot of comics and I watch a lot of movies and I read a lot of books. But I don't know, guys. I feel like there's a reason that we're all sitting at this booth and not doing something else this summer. So that goes for you too, Cory. You have a role to play in this. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what mine is. So I'm not saying I don't feel small. I'm saying if we all feel small, then we're pretty average height.
You're so smart.
Cool. That's two points for Cory today.
I didn't know I was working for Leon points.
Yeah. Most valuable currency.
I would have taken a very different tactic with this character.
You see a little score. You see like Cory, Arwind, Darcy, Basil. Two little marks under Cory.
All I'm imagining is the concerned GIF with all of the different characters just going concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, and finally, I think Arwind is going to say one last thing on his part. He's going to be like, I think one more thing we need to consider is if before what we want to do we even want to do anything? Because, I mean, clearly there seems to be some sort of a beneficial system going on here where the Fae get something, we get something. We haven't, ascertained whether or not there's any negative thing going on here, and if it's been going on long enough and the town's prospering, and I know Basil's family's prospering because of this, do we want to do something about it? Like, what are we gonna gain by investigating further about this is my question.
I want to know. I don't know if we do anything. I mean, Darcy brought up a really good point when this all started. Like, if something's disrupting the ghosts and harming them, like, they have a life of sorts that they're trying to have now, and that's not right. And I do worry about Principal Santiago and her family. Like, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this stint of things, if they'll be here still or if they'll be okay. But I know, I want to know what's going on in my town. I don't know if I'll do anything about it, but I want to know. I just can't go back to a normal summer and not know why they're here and what they're doing, because remember we were at my mom's shop earlier this week and we said, ghosts, maybe Fae. And she looked at us all in the eye, and my mom doesn't get upset, as you all witness my constant badgering for the most asinine things. But she looked worried. You don't make deals with Fae, and if someone made a deal with Fae on behalf of the town, even if we're like getting good tomatoes, there's something we're losing that we just don't realize it. And you could say, then what's the big deal? But I don't know. So my vote is I'd like to know. And he puts his pen down in his notebook.
I want to make sure that no one's being forced. This is a mutually agreed upon, mutually beneficial. No one really is not getting hurt. But if we're forcing the Fae to keep the door open, or if they're forcing us to keep the door open, I kind of feel like we're forcing the Fae to do something. But I don't want that. That's something that I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah,
Basil?
I want to know as well. I mean, it's my family and my farm that's kind of affected by this and the crops and stuff, but if it means something else, if there's something terrible going on in the back, I kind of don't want that to happen. And I mean, we'll still grow stuff for sure, but if it's at the cost of some terrible things happening, I don't think that I'd want that, or my mum would want that anyway. So I want to get to the bottom of it just to figure all that stuff out, make sure everything's fine. And like Leon said, I want to find out. I can't really, keep ignoring everything and just ride my bike around and like do deliveries every day in summer, knowing that this stuff is happening. So, yeah.
What about you, Cory? Do you still want to know? You still want to? What do you think?
I think I'm really lucky to get to hang out with you all, because I don't have a lot to contribute to this.
And that's when Arwind just kind of punches him on the shoulder and he goes, "Stop that!
Yeah, stop that.
You have been."
I was going somewhere good with it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry. Gut reaction. Go ahead.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That almost hurt.
I'll take it.
Definitely forgot all the good parts though. All right.
Oh no! Oh no!
So you're all really smart, good at stuff, and if this means this much to you all, of course I'm gonna keep hanging out with you and help figure it out as best as I can, cause if it's important to you all, then it's gotta be the right thing to do. Yeah.
Arwind,
Yeah.
you still in?
Yeah, I'm in. I think even though I guess I don't have as much, I guess, stake in all of this, mainly because my family, I don't know if they, I mean, at least I don't see how the Fae's involvement affects my family, but it affects you guys and your family, and you're just as important to me. And if there's something that's going to cause harm to you guys, I'm gonna be a part. I'm gonna make sure that I do my part in stopping that from happening. So if you guys weren't all into it, then I'm into it.
So I just thought about something. So Darcy, you know how anytime we try and talk to people about the ghosts in Waverly, people like don't want to talk about it?
It's part of, according to Grandpa, it's part of the deal.
Okay.
So the reason why, like, my grandpa and his friends kind of get made fun of is because, you try to know the truth, you try to figure it out, and then you're labeled as weird and the oddballs and things like that. And yeah, so I think, yeah, I'll talk to Grandpa. Basil's going to talk to. I think we leave Principal Santiago alone today. Maybe I can, I don't know, brainstorm with Grandpa or Grandma about how to, because Grandpa knows Jimmy, right? Yeah, Grandpa knows
Yep.
knows Jimmy. So maybe we can. Maybe there's like a way to you know kind of get them over or something, or make it, it's a friendly get together. It's a thing. It's a whatever.
Would we know if anyone in town babysits their kids?
You would imagine that there is somebody. You would. The town's small enough that you have an idea of at least who essentially is the main babysitting group of people. I don't think you'd know exactly who, but you would have a handful
Cory.
of names that you would.
Cory, do you know? Like every other person in school.
I'm looking to see if there's I feel like there was a skill that was like connections or something, or am I thinking of Tales from the
Oh
Loop?
yeah.
Really hope it's not her.
Who? What?
Oh, oh, oh. Okay. I'm not looking at my character sheet anymore. All right. I mean, I used to sometimes hang out with Susan when she was babysitting.
Yeah.
But I don't think I should call her.
Yeah, we've established this. We're not gonna. Oh God, why her?
Well, I mean, I don't know, Cory, if you're willing. No, that's awful. I was about to ask you something awful. That's no.
It's okay, I'll do it. So Cory, if it's like if like you could, if you think you can like emotionally handle it, I don't know. It could be very vital to what we're doing here.
No, Dad, no. We're
He can
not.
say, hey, he can say no.
I could. Oh,
I can call her. It's not gonna. I don't. It's fine.
Sure.
well, she'll pick up for you. She won't for me. Because there's caller ID, right? Is there caller
Oh,
ID
they
yet?
definitely have caller ID.
Yeah.
She definitely
it's
does.
around, and she definitely
it
does.
has.
She specifically would.
And you know, if you just ask her like 2 questions, she'll ramble on.
I just don't want him to be sucked in. We know
know.
how she's like. We know. And
Well, what if you were there with him to keep him like grounded, coaching him or something?
don't get me wrong. Cory is
Or
very
Baz.
much capable of handling himself. I mean, this is not me trying to baby him or put him on the spot. I just don't. It's not about Cory. It's about her. It's who she is as a person.
Yes, and sometimes we need emotional support. Cory, do you want like?
Cory
Okay.
has been like,
Dude,
trying because they're just talking
Sorry.
about him like he's not there.
Sorry,
And so
Cory,
eventually,
you're here.
eventually
Cory.
he just stops and he just looks at Leon and Basil, just kind of like,
Sorry,
Oh,
Cory.
no.
Cory.
It's like that mom and dad
Yeah,
moment where
oh,
the child doesn't have
yeah, what?
anything get to say in it.
What would you like to do? I had an awful thought, and what would you like to do? You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
what I think I'm getting from that was, you don't think I should call her because you think I'm gonna get sad.
I just know what she has done to you, and I know what you've been through. And only if you are ready to confront it, or at least are not going to be affected by it again. That's my only concern. As a friend, I saw what being with her was like to you.
Sure.
And that's all. That's the only thing I have. And if you think you are ready to face that without going through all of that again, then it's on you, mate. I'm here for you.
She dumped me because I don't actually even really know. It was a lot of very complicated reasons she gave me.
She's a vapid beast of a. Sorry, and then Arwind just goes on a rant.
The point is that, yeah, I was really sad for a really long time because I kind of thought that she, liked me a lot and maybe even loved me or whatever. And so I was sad because I was like, wow, that's not gonna happen again. But I don't know. You all seem to like me. And that's
This
good.
is man.
Let's like hunt down some fae.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
Hey, can we use your phone? To the
Oh God! Right now, all right. Oh God!
Right? Yeah, Nina. I mean, you're still the only ones in there, and Nina calls one of the guys like, "Yeah, you can use the phone.
It's local."
It's okay. Yeah." It's like one of those like it's a 90s phone with a spiral cord that's a little bit tangled and like it's not quite rotary,
Okay.
but the spiral cord on it is like tangled up. It got like out of whack, you know how those do, like tied in a bit of a knot and sitting on the wall. Yeah.
Cory's gonna call Susan
From
from the pizza shop,
From the pizza shop.
So happy and scared at the same time.
and I'm gonna
You
have
and me both, buddy.
a Sharpie and a napkin.
Okay. All right. Phone rings a few times. Hello?
Hey,
Hi, who is this?
it's Cory.
Oh, hi, Cory.
Hi. I have a homework assignment.
Why are you calling from the pizza place?
I'm with a group,
wow.
a study group. Anyway, we're researching babysitting rates in Waverly. And we want to know if you know the rates for babysitting, like the rich people.
And I'm like, and who's paying what?
Or if you
Arwind's
know,
next
or
time.
if you know who would know that.
This is a weird topic, but okay, I
It's
guess.
a class on budgeting.
Economics.
Economics.
Nice one.
Okay, I thought you were. Didn't know you needed to take that in summer school, but I mean, I guess okay. Well, you know, it depends on.
Oh yes! Lay down! Lay down! Lay down!
Cory like slaps his hand over his mouth.
And Arwind just like.
Are we like just watching this conversation and like,
You're
like, later half
you're
of this-
seeing and hearing Cory's half of it. Like there's no speakerphone situation happening.
I can just imagine everybody else going like this, and Arwind just like, yes, give it to her, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Leon's definitely just pensive, like,
I mean, I don't know, just like an example. Like, I don't know, who's rich people? Like the mayor's kids. Who babysits the mayor's kids? Do you know?
Ashley babysits the mayor's kids. He's a jerk, so I don't babysit his kids. He's just rude and he doesn't tip. So, but yeah, so she babysits his kids. I usually get about like, like $4 to $5 an hour, depending on who it is.
What about like, I don't know, what's another job? The principal's kids.
Oh, she tips really well. And her kids are really nice, and she gets cable, so I really like hanging out there. So it's not any effort at all, and I can just hang out and watch, you know, like she gets HBO and all of those without just having to do like the free week, you know, like, but she tips super well. It's $5 an hour with her, and then she tends to tip on top of that, and so she's great.
All right, I'll call you back if I have more questions on this topic. Thank you. Bye.
what do we got, big guy?
All right. Yeah, she babysits the Santiago's kids. Yeah.
All right, and Leon puts it up.
Hey, she makes $5 an hour. I wonder
Holy
how hard
shit.
babysitting is. Huh.
Why am I not a babysitter?
I freaking babysit my kid's sister all the time. I get jack squat.
Okay,
I feel so ripped.
after we figure out this whole like Faye taking over a town thing, I think we start like a babysitting company.
Oh yeah, that's the
Oh,
future.
yeah.
This whole show is just
Maybe like a
the
club?
prequel for the Babysitters Club.
Catch us next season.
Faye children, what did they eat? Oh my god.
All right, Cory
nice.
sits back down and just stress eats another piece of pizza. That was fine.
You did amazing.
Cool.
That was
Good
awesome.
job.
Way to nice. I'm assuming she wanted to know what your schedule was? What was that about?
I forgot.
Whatever it
Yeah.
was, nice response.
So she babysits the Santiago kids.
Question is
And-
when?
Leon kind of looks on the table. I guess if we want to, like, interrogate's a very strong word for what we're doing. If we want to talk to her more, me and Basil is the safest bet.
Yeah, you don't want me alone.
I sent
Yeah,
her to the study group,
Yeah.
and then we might come
I-
back with more questions
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
nice.
about
And
babysitting.
I know- yeah, I would like to be there. I know some town stuff.
Okay.
And if it's a thing, Grandpa, if Grandpa might have to be
Or-
there, if it's a thing.
Or
Yeah.
Or
one of you could go to the principal and say, I know you have to pay your babysitter $5 an hour. We'll do it for $4.
Corey, you're
I'll do.
a
Arwind is like
young man.
high five. He's just like immediately. Arwind's like puts out a high five and he goes, "I will undercut that. Not going to say the word, but I will undercut. I will do this for you. I will do this." He's just like vengeful. Is just coming out right now. So hardcore.
Have any of us not weirded her out lately, though?
I'm out.
that's why I'm thinking
Uh,
I haven't actually weirded her out.
Right.
I'm
I
really
think you and Basil haven't had any interaction with her.
That's true.
Hey.
no, I just
Yeah,
had the
Basil.
tour around the
Yeah.
school.
And then it
That's
kind of
right.
looks at Darcy. It sounds like she really likes that job.
Take it away.
Oh, really?
Bring her down.
There's like cable and stuff.
Cable?
She has cable?
but
Hey,
Arwind just starts eating like pizza sadly. Freaking antennas. Local channels never
Wait.
work.
I heard you ask her a question about the mayor too.
That's to throw her off, yeah.
Did you find something out about the mayor though?
That girl Ashley babysits for him.
Oh, okay. I mean that
And I guess
never.
he's a jerk.
I mean that tracks.
And doesn't
Yeah.
tip well.
That also tracks. So I mean those are two great sources of information because babysitters know everything about that house. Because babysitters watch the
Yeah.
kids.
I
Kids
could-
know everything, and kids don't know what not to tell you.
yes.
So this is great. So just to make sure I know, again, I want to kind of stay focused with everybody. Doing my best. Darcy, you want me to come with you and see if your grandpa found out if anyone's gone missing.
If you wanted to come with, sure.
I can definitely do that. It will keep me out of trouble.
Okay. Then maybe Grandpa can invite those two out somewhere and then offer Darcy to be like, oh, she'll do it for $3 or $4 instead of that outrageous $5 or something. Like offer, have him do that. And then yeah.
And then Basil, you want to talk to your mom?
Yep. Do you want me to talk to Nina about, like, if there's anything nice that they can do. There's like a dinner thing that your grandpa could take them over there. Because Nina's like,
We'll
I mean,
see.
is like the
Or-
restaurant person.
Ooh, or if I have to be a country club thing.
Well, I could ask Nina if you need anything
Yes.
from the country
Yeah.
club.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be believable.
Wait.
Grandpa would know. Grandma might know.
And then if we want to hit this babysitter angle to, one, have one of us get in the house, but two, someone wants to talk to one of the babysitters, like, I don't think any of us here have any kind of beef with Ashley, or she wouldn't talk to any of us, right?
No.
I mean, Cory, you could go throw some charm Ashley's way, see what you can find out.
Cory looks up, thinks about this. Sure. Does Cory know Ashley, really? Ashley is Ashley
she's the ice cream.
Oh,
She's the ice cream girl. Yeah.
Right.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, Cory's like, oh,
Flirting.
the ice cream girl.
Yeah, she's slinging ice cream this summer and babysitting occasionally. Yeah. But yeah, none of you have any beef with her. She's again like kind of like a tier down of popular kids.
Mhm.
So, but she's super nice. She's anytime she's talked to you, she's been super helpful and nice, and gave Cory some free ice cream. So,
Arwind, do you have any ideas or something you want to do, or you want to go with one of us on one of these field trips?
Probably not the one to confront Sir, what's her name again? I'm so sorry, I'm blanking her name. Susan, yeah. Definitely not the one to confront her.
No.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think, like you said, the one to babysit Principal Santiago's kids, that mission is just because I've interacted with her. So honestly, like whatever you guys need me at this point, I don't think I have any specific location that I would be best suited for, unless you need someone who can take pictures.
I mean, pictures are always good.
Right. I mean, the one thing I was thinking of is maybe I could be the one to track the farmhouse, because like I said, from my observation, and I only have 2 sets of photos, so I'm not sure if that is the case. But like I said, compared to the first original set to what we have now, or the second shot I took, the 2 farmhouses are definitely getting closer. The 2 images are lining up. I just don't know how quickly that's happening.
So if you wanted to come by, you get good views from my side.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would be the best course. But I think I need to I need to start keeping track of that. Excuse me. Just to see how quickly those are aligning, because that might give us an idea of how much time we have. The other thing, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is I want to go back to the graveyard again. I think.
Do you want help, or do you think you can handle it on your own?
I mean, if you guys, whoever's free, I'd love to have you by with me. Definitely the graveyard. I'm not going there by myself. No.
It's near the ice cream parlor. It's near the ice cream place.
So maybe
I'll go with you, buddy.
Cory, if you... Awesome. Thanks, man. So I want to see if we have any more ghost sightings. And obviously the last time we met them, at least the one we'd met, wasn't belligerent or vindictive of any sort. So maybe hopefully we can chat with some of them, find out a bit more of the history of the town. Maybe they know something about this at all, and they might give us information. I don't know. I'm just shooting in the dark here, but it's worth a shot, I feel.
I mean, if you want to like talk to a ghost, you could. My dad probably has some seance stuff you can use.
Or that is a better idea, and I don't have to go to a graveyard.
Oh, I mean, you should probably still go to the graveyard to use it. It'll
Yes.
help instead of shouting in the dark.
And you see, like Arwind initially, like he's kind of scared about saying about this stuff, and then perking up at the fact that he doesn't have to go, and then you just dashing that hope immediately. But yes, okay, so that I think should be the course I should take. At least I feel like I should be the timekeeper in this, because I feel like I can.
I think that's a good. Do you have an? Can we get you an instant camera from somewhere so you don't have to always go back to the school and like I don't know if an instant camera would work the same, like have the same
like a
effect.
Polaroid.
Yeah,
would probably. I don't. I feel like it doesn't matter if it's a camera. It's just like the matter of capturing something on film, and I don't see because it's essentially the same thing. It's just film, but I don't know. Maybe the instant factor.
What if we tried to videotape it?
I had not even had that thought cross my mind. That is,
Do you think that the photo place will let you like rent a video camera?
Oh, maybe. Well, definitely not to a bunch of teenagers. I don't think we. Maybe I don't know.
The
I can.
Radio Shack might.
Yeah, I was going to say like I maybe at the Radio Shack I have some connections there. I can maybe talk to the manager or one of the store clerks, and maybe I can swing something in that sense. But the fact is, well, that is a bit more instant, actually. We wouldn't have.
I just think of if you can video it, we might be able to see what's happening instead of a still image. We might see something new.
And this is the start of Arwind, the director. I'm kidding. Yeah, let's do that. I think that sounds like a smart idea. I could talk to them and find out something.
Okay.
Okay, we got a plan.
When do we meet up? When I don't want to fly off the handle again. I got my. He like takes out like one of the pill things. I have these on me now,
okay.
But I just want to make sure. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna meet up.
Or how about this has got a lot of talk and traveling. How about do you think we could like? I know Leon and I have the ability to do party lines. So like, do we want to do like a 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock call? And then party call and then share everything.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Roll out, Autobots.
Yeah.
Leon says that.
Just out of nowhere.
Okay.
At this point, a couple of other people walk in, teenagers like yourselves. You recognize Leon. I mean, you recognize everybody because it's a small town, but Sean is one of them who wanders in. Leon.
Oh, hey, Sean. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, he looks a little bummed, but...
bad day at the pool? Did a kid almost drown?
No, but all of our stuff keeps moving around, and also my dad's out of town. Like, it's stuck with my mom's cooking.
Run that by me again. He takes out his notebook.
Sean gives you a weird, like, he's about to give you a weird look, but then he's like, all right, it's Leon. This is normal. So he goes, yeah, there's like all of our crap keeps getting moved around in the pool. Like all the lifeguard stuff, like it just keeps moving around. And we've been looking for the backup first aid kit for 2 days. Can't find it. We know it's there, but we gotta do it for safety stuff.
When did it go missing?
A couple days ago.
And your dad left out of these. Where's your dad at? You said I didn't know your dad had a trip this summer.
Neither did I. He's apparently at a conference. Yeah, and my mom's cooking. You've had her cooking. It's really bad.
It's like, okay, dude.
No, it's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
When did your dad leave for this conference?
He left last night.
During that storm?
There was a break in it, and he bounced out of that. He had to catch a plane, so he had to.
Oh, did he make sure he made it? Okay, like that storm was really gnarly.
Yeah, Mom said he got there okay.
Your mom told you that.
I mean, I was at the pool all day, so I mean,
Right.
yeah.
What's okay? And the stuff. Do you guys have like cameras at the pool?
No.
Right.
Well, I mean, we have them. They don't work.
Yeah, they're like for show. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I don't
probably
think they're
just-
actually even like connected to anything. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably like the seniors. Like, I guess you're a senior now. Whoa, you're a senior now.
Yeah, I'm a senior now. That's terrifying. Let's not talk about that. You know?
Probably your classmates, I guess, messing with you because you're a senior now.
Oh, it's definitely them screwing with me, I'm sure. But it's a safety, like, I mean, we've got first aid kits, we got everything, but we've got backups of backups that we need to, like, you know, account for. And it's just, I just need to put it back.
Hey.
And, yeah, there's one of the other people with them. You know her. She's Amanda. She's also a lifeguard, also a senior. Like, yeah, like it's not me. It's not my friend. So whoever's, and she like speaks up a little bit louder, like kind of like doing the like, yeah, it would really suck if somebody put our stuff back, kind of thing.
Leon
like,
looks around at it being them and his group of people. He's like, yeah, that wouldn't suck. Why do you? Oh, you're like, okay, it's like a joke.
Yeah. Hey, Leon.
Hey, so is the pool closed now?
No, our shift's just over.
When does
we had like the?
Do you guys have like keys
morning.
to get in at night?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at everybody. Hey, Sean, what are you doing tonight?
Well, I was gonna sit, you know, watch a couple episodes of Buffy, but the tone of your voice tells me I'm possibly gonna be doing something else.
Let's catch a pool thief.
I like the way you think.
You said, how long is your dad going to be out of town?
I don't know, maybe a week. I wasn't really paying attention, honestly. I was running late, and when Mom said that, you know, he was gone for a conference, I was like shoveling granola bar in my mouth as I was running out the door.
Well, maybe like, you know, we don't have a ton to do. I could come over for dinner, maybe help your mom out with the cooking, you know?
Please, God, please help her out, man.
And we could go catch
She burned pasta.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Not in a pot of water.
Yeah.
Cory. Okay, wait. We'll get back to that.
Arwind's just like, just let him be.
I mean, it's really easy to burn everything. I set fire to a Pop-Tart once.
You set fire?
So have I.
Yeah, that was an incident.
You set fire wait, how many? No. Wait, we'll get back to that.
He turns to Leon and goes, too many. Trust me.
Okay.
Just let it go.
I did have some plans, but if it's cool if everyone here, I think I'm gonna do this tonight. And I'll be with Sean. And Sean knows to keep me focused, dude. I have everything.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, yeah, and then Arwind and Cory, did you want to do that thing together?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to do it tonight, but if we want to do what we said, how Leon suggested it, we might need Leon's dad's help, so maybe we need to go talk to him first.
He'll chat with you.
Yeah. Okay, so
this is a real weird conversation you guys are talking around. I'm gonna go get pizza.
Yeah, see you later.
Summer project.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, I love our little
So this everything we have, the excuse is just homework.
Yep. Okay, so how about we do our party call? Cory, do you have school tomorrow?
Nope.
Okay. So if this is going to be a night thing, I mean, do we want to do a party call at like midnight, or do we want to do a party call in the morning?
Midnight works for me. I mean, I don't get up until 10 the next anyway.
Basil, I know you get up though.
Ooh, Basil,
It's
you do
all
get
right.
up. You do be getting up.
I do. It's all good. I'll have a cheeky nap in the middle of the day or something if I need
Cheeky
it.
nap. Oh, I love it.
Basil,
Okay.
I don't say this enough. I love the way you talk.
Oh, thanks.
I think I'm
then
gonna have a cheeky little nap now.
and then we all have to go over to their house because she makes this dinosaur drink. It's amazing.
Milo dinosaurs. All of you
Immediately,
guys
Arwind,
will have one.
Arwind just like, oh my god, you have Milo. Where did you get Milo?
Australia. 5 cans.
Had that in so long. Okay, we're going.
All right, so we have plan. Okay. And then I guess now Transformers roll out.
Almost, but yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
And on that little thumbs up of the Transformers rollout, we will wrap for tonight and pick up next week with pool stakeouts, possible babysitting shenanigans. I don't know. Tune in. We'll find out.
Cory maybe getting his flirt on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Corey getting his flirt on.
It's probably not
Yes.
pretty.
Yes. Ashley's just gonna sit there like hard eyes. It's gonna be fine. Thank you, chat, for hanging around. Thank you, Jess, again for the raid. Really appreciate it. And we're gonna do outros. So say who you are, where people can find you. If you've got something coming up in the next week before we're back on that you want to plug, go for it. And we will start. We'll go the opposite direction. We're gonna start with Austin.
Hey everybody, my name's Austin. I just got done playing Leon. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Twitter at Sailor Scout Austin. That's Sailor SCT Austin. Because spelling out Scout was too long for Twitter. The main thing, I don't think I really have to plug that I do, is I have a podcast, Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries. You can find us on everywhere you get podcasts except Apple Podcasts app. Sadly. We post every Monday, so this upcoming Monday, our episode is on Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. So tune in for that. Our last episode was on Space Jam. That's still up there, and we have 11 other great episodes for you to listen to at your leisure. But you can catch me there, and you can catch me on Twitter.
Awesome. And to Wasa.
Hey guys, Wasa, they, them. I just got done playing Basil, who is also a they, them. You can find me on Wasagi91 on Twitter and freelance writing. So the things that I'm doing at the moment are part of the Omens Rising team. So a really cool card-based system that we're trying out. Currently doing playtests if you're interested in doing one of those. And I was one of the writers for Sina Una, which is getting published by Hit Point Press, if you want to check that out too. Cool.
Awesome. And to KP.
Hey everybody, I'm KP, also known as KP11 Photos on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I'm primarily a photographer who does portrait and cosplay photography. I don't have a lot of that going on right now, but to compensate, I'm actually currently doing a bunch of editing services. So if you have any photos that you want edited in my style, hit me up. We can talk. Aside from that, and aside from this lovely show that just fills my heart up every Saturday, I actually also have my own Twitch channel where I do 2 shows right now. One every Tuesday at 5 or 7 p.m. Pacific time, where it's with my dad. It's called KP Storytime, and we sit down with him as he narrates a bunch of mythology, Hindu mythology, and gives a bit of more context and explanation that you might not get if you were to read it on your own. And then every Saturday, maybe shifting over to every other Saturday now, I have a cooking show. We just did episode 2 this morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And today we made, why am I blanking the name of what we made? Bread pakoda. Bread pakoda is essentially just fried bread in batter,
Yum.
but stuffed with spiced potatoes and things like that. And then the last episode we made paradas, which is like flatbread with stuffing inside of it. We do a lot of stuffed stuff, I realize now. Yeah, if you guys like Indian cooking or like to learn more about Indian mythology, check out my channel. And then on top of that, finally, tomorrow I have a Call of Cthulhu one-shot on the Terrible Party channel. I'm super excited because it's my first time playing, so please don't, if I mess up, I apologize. But if you're into Call of Cthulhu related stuff or any of the existential horror related genre, do come check us out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, so 8 a.m. Pacific time. And yeah, that's me.
Existential horror is a theme for you lately.
All right. I love it. Oh, it's great. So good.
And Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I just played Darcy. I'm on Twitter at Shell_game. I am sort of swamped with work right now, so I'm sort of like, pop up every once in a while, but not so much right now. So I really don't have a lot of stuff going on right now. I do want to say that I'm really glad we are comfortable enough with each other to have a teen angst moment that, in the whole, like, we're family, friendship is everything. We argue, we mess up, and then we give each other a clock and we're all good. Like, we hug and, we cry, we hug, we gave each other a clock and a book on Ghost, and we're all like good and stuff. So I'm just really glad I'm comfortable enough with all of you to have like that really realistic teen angst moment. Like, let's just face it, it's, yeah. And then we had the friendship is everything. So, yeah.
And finally to Ren.
Hello. I'm Ren. I'm at Atomic Firebird on Twitter. I was just playing Cory. Yeah, that all happened. I have my own Twitch channel. It is twitch.tv/make_believe_. And I do a weekly interview show for LARPers and TTRPG nerds, and we just started our second season, and so I kicked it off with 4 weeks of really cool panels. This Wednesday, the panel, and I'm talking about this much, you'll see why in a second. This Wednesday, the panel is on emotional bleed in role-playing. And I have my friend Z who's on, who is one of my co-founders of the Make Believe Project, and this really cool therapist nerd that I played this other game with. I think his name is Austin. Is joining us for this discussion on emotional bleed in role-playing. It's gonna be a really good discussion, I think. So that's the only thing I'll pitch today, because that's the most important thing I have coming up. Otherwise, you can go to my Twitter and see all the other stuff I do.
Awesome. Thank you. And I am Sarah. I just got done playing Susan and Nina and various adults. In this, you can find me on Twitter at Sarah of Swords. The only thing I have going on in the next week is we are finally having our finale of The Thrall this Thursday at 7 p.m. I think. Yeah, 7. We've played in a couple weeks over on Channel Other Docs. So come watch whatever chaos gets resolved there if you like cyberpunk shenanigans. And you can see us here next week, same place, same time for whatever happens next year in Waverly. Thanks, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Bye.